Right now my focus is on my inner aviary, because in there we have some quails with light to lay eggs right now, but the first breeding group for this year should be in there, and some of the hens which already lay now will be in this breeding group. I want to redecorate it, that it's a nice fit for a breeding group. Here are these trees which are very nice for the finches, but if the quails lay eggs under there, it's not really the best thing. The hiding places are still situated for the bobwhite quails which were here, so I'm going to redecorate this and also put some new bedding in. And also in the back here, look at these spider webs. That's crazy actually. We were thinking about putting a second aviary here, and it was just like this when we moved in, but we thought that if maybe we want to renovate this house so that people could live here, this would be a bathroom, and if we would close this all up and then want to renovate it, we would have to take all the floors out and everything, and that would be a lot of work. So we decided we would just leave it here, and it's not the most beautiful, but it works. And maybe I will dust off and put all these spider webs away, because I mean, I don't mind them, but yeah, it's also nice in the summer because sometimes there are flies in here, so they get caught. But yeah, here you can see me taking out some of the smaller branches for the finches, and then I really struggled to put out this big tree, so I decided to just snip off some of the branches and then it would be easier. Tree in here, but I think I'm going to hang it up there so that it's not in the way when collecting eggs, but the finches still have a lot of space to sit and climb it. Ich glaube, wir müssen noch öffnen. So this is what it looks like for the finches now. I also have a rope here. Once spring rolls around, I will add some fresh branches with leaves and everything, but for now I think it's fine. I also have this larger piece of branch, so I'll put it in here somewhere too. I feed my finches right here in front of the window, and I also used to feed my bobwhite quails here, because I have had problems with mice in the past and they simply can't get up there. But now that I have my coturnix quail, I can't feed them up there anymore because they are not good flyers. So I decided to just clean this space up and remove all the containers I don't need anymore, because the one bobwhite quail I still have can eat the food of the coturnix quails on the bottom, so that's no problem. All of these is from the finches because they only eat the inside of the grains, and then other shells are just left and they stuff it just back there. So yeah, but the quails also like to have it, so I'm just going to shove it all down here. And I found an egg of a finch and it was back here. I'm going to keep it, but I wonder why they put it there. I had these plates in front of the window because when I had bobwhite quails here, they would just fly up. And then I fed them on there. That's not possible for the coturnix, so I'm going to take them out too. So these are quail eggs. This is a bobwhite quail egg from the one hen I have left, and normal coturnix. This is the egg of the finches, so small and tiny. Next up I'm gonna put some hay inside because the eggs tend to be a lot cleaner if the hens lay them in the hay. This is a spot where they like to lay eggs, so I'm gonna put some hay here. use deep litter here, and this worked perfect for the bobwhites, but with some more quails here for the coturnix, we will see if it still works, but I will try, and I will put just a new layer of bedding on top. The deep litter method is very nice because it is low maintenance, and basically it works like this. Instead of frequently cleaning out the bedding every 2-3 weeks or so, you just add fresh layers on top, and the lower layers break down over time. And this creates then a warm and composting environment, and this should reduce odor, it provides insulation, and it also fosters beneficial microbes, which then help to break down the bedding again. And of course, this cannot go on forever, so periodically you have to remove the deep litter fully and start new. But for the bobwhites, for example, this could be even every 2 years. The deep litter method works really well if you don't have that many animals on a certain area. So for example, for the bobwhite quails, I've only had 2 here in this huge inner aviary, and now that I have more coturnix quails here, I don't know if it works that well, and I certainly have to clean it out more often than with the bobwhites, but I hope that it's at least a little less work if I work with the deep litter method, but yeah, we will see how it works. So I'm very happy about how this turned out. The one thing that's kinda meh is I like some branches with the quails because they really enjoy to hide, but also collecting eggs is so much more difficult if you have branches on the ground. So I have not added any yet, also we don't really have many because it's winter, but maybe I will add some in the spring. And they have some height here, so it's not like it's just plain and there's nothing for them there. The hay tends to get dirty pretty quickly. If you want to have clean eggs, it's good if you just put fresh hay over it every, I don't know, 1, 2 or even more days, depends. And then just clean it out like every 2 weeks or so. That's what I typically do. And I discussed this with my mom because she takes care from Monday to Friday of the quails when I'm at university, and she said it was fine. So this is how it looks. And the finches seem to be enjoying it too. I want to add some more branches here, but for now I think it's fine. And the bobwhite quail is the only quail that can fly up to the window there, and she pooped on there just as I cleaned it. So having the bobwhite quail there is absolutely not ideal, because although they are quails, coturnix and bobwhite, they are not the same species, so the bobwhite quail probably does not see like any company in the coturnix quails, although they live next to each other, so she's probably lonely, and I don't want that, so I will try to sell her. And if that's not possible, maybe get another female bobwhite, but it depends. And it depends because, as I said, I want to put the breeding group in the inner aviary, and for this I need a rooster. Right now they're just hens, and the bobwhite is laying and the coturnix are laying, so they are kind of in their active phase, but they don't fight. But I wonder if it will change if I had a rooster. So that's what I'm going to try now. Aww. I'm home for the next 2 days, and I will just select my rooster which I want for breeding, put it there, and just see how it goes. It takes a little longer for the rooster to want to procreate, so the roosters tend to be a lot calmer in the winter. They won't fight probably, so maybe it will change. If this works, that would be very nice, because I do not want to separate the bobwhite quail until I sell her. This here is actually my oldest rooster. He will turn 4 this spring. This is the rooster I want to use for breeding. You might notice the quails in the outside aviary are very hectic and nervous and not nearly as calm as the ones in the inside aviary. And this is also something I want to focus on in breeding, which is selecting animals which have a very calm character. So a lot of the quails which I have in my outside aviary right now are not for actual breeding, and I also want to sell a few of the hens because they are fine if someone just wants to have quails for eggs or something, but they won't make that good pets because they're simply just don't get as tame. I have now caught the rooster and we'll just put him in there and we'll see how it goes. I also bought a spray last year which should help with aggression, so it just distributes a scent in the coop so that all quails smell the same and they don't fight. Okay. Yeah. Really good. Oh, and he hides. Okay. I will leave him here. Oh, so cute. And we will see how it does. So this is the spray. It's just called No Fight, like anti-aggression spray. And it's apparently for pigs too, for poultry, so yeah. And he's already with the other quails. Seems as if he just fits in. Yeah, we will see. The bobwhite is still up there. So most of my integrations I have done without this spray. I do not know if it makes much of a difference, but I thought I will just try it. So don't think you need to buy one of these to successfully breed quails. That's absolutely not true. Normally, or most of the times, it just works out if you put them together, and also if you change the coop a bit before, like I just did, so everything's new, and most of the times they get along well. So this is the first part of reorganizing for the new quail breeding year. And then in the next episode I want to share a little bit more about the actual planning. But since this video has already gotten a bit long, I thought I would just do it in another episode. And yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe to not miss any future episodes. And then see you soon. Bye!